continuing. I really hope the last video is safe. But yeah. So just like generally nice buildings and all. Less glass. So on that note, went Lexington, Cincinnati, or Lexington, Frankfurt, Cincinnati, then down to Louisville, and then up to Indianapolis. And I spent the night in Indianapolis, and it got cold. I was sleeping in my car, and it was 16 degrees outside. Thankfully, a lot warmer inside, but that's not to say, that it wasn't starting to creep in. And I know I'm about to make a really dumb decision. It's about to get a lot colder, because it is snowing. Like, I'm doing this on spring break, right? But it's going to get colder, and there's like 2 snowstorms kind of hitting as this whole thing's happening. So that was like my first time ever driving in snow, which was insane in and of itself, but also super cool. So I absolutely cannot complain. Like, it was just gorgeous. So much of this trip has been beautiful, and the parts that haven't have just been like normal. Like, I really don't have anything bad to say. I don't think I could. It's such a nice place to be, like, I guess, existing. Because, anywhere I go, I'd probably say that there's like nice things to see. And it's true. Like, it's about taking the time to look at it and like kind of recognizing it. Because there's definitely been times in my life where like I've just like gone places and not really like seen them. I've just kind of been there. So, this is different. Just no turn on red, not no turn period. It's kind of just helpful tagging. But still heavy. So, in the middle of all this, okay, so my mind does this where it'll like space out, like / reconnect topics from earlier. But one of the things I was trying to say about the whole like making my channel about multiple things is that like I've seen channels like Atomic Shrimp do this, and doesn't totally seem to have worked out. I think it like maybe caps your audience at like a certain place. But I also think there might be like a good way to organize your content so that people are only there for what they want to see. It's kind of like how you can get a whole TV network but you only watch one show on it, and you just like look for that show. But in the general sense, like, fame doesn't last forever. Like, I was hearing about the baseball contracts that have started, like, I think they've got like a minimum salary of like $700,000, and I'm like, that's insanely high. But at the same time, those people's careers might last like at most like 20 something years, probably way less than that. So it's like the money you make then is theoretically got to last you until you die. Especially since we don't really do pensions anymore or anything. Like, you might get brand deals, but like if you're a minor league, or not, I guess like major league, but like less like star of the show kind of player, you're not getting all those brand deals. Like, people don't know your name, they don't know your face. So like, fame has to like last you your life, even though the fame itself is not going to last that long. And to that effect, like changing and keeping like interesting content, like I guess Taylor Swift might be an example, like that kind of relevancy of like just making sure that you're actually doing things that people still care about, not that things that people cared about 10-20 years ago, and just keep doing it forever. Because you'll have an audience, kind of like how our parents listened to music from like the 90s, and I realize like not everyone watching this is going to be the same age, but like the gist, right? Listen to stuff from the 90s, even though like, it's 2022, you'll have some of that audience, but they're also not listening to your new stuff. They're listening to you, like they'll go to concerts to see you perform stuff that you performed when you were in your 20s or 30s. Like, you can't freeze life. You got to keep doing interesting things. I don't know. There's lots of that. There's also like savor the good times and all. Like, if you can relive your favorite parts, go do it. But it's just different philosophies. Anyways, back to the trip. So then this morning, like last night, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Champaign. After I just take this like brief nap in in Indianapolis, which was interesting because like the city, not the concept of a nap. I take naps. They're not that crazy. But no, that city. So I'm like really interested in drum corps. Like I loved marching band in high school, and that was like one thing I really wish I'd gotten to do more of. but it just never worked out. And I tried to go to auditions. I got very sick. I didn't have a place to practice. I didn't have an instrument, so it was kind of a mess. But it was cool nonetheless. And a really great experience. And I have no idea where UChicago is, but I cannot turn this off to look. There's something. Just kidding. I'm turning this off for a second.